instead of just giving you a bunch of opinion, I'd like to share with you some real data that comes out of our customer base, and I think it's exciting for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of opportunity here. Down the middle are essentially the different disciplines. You see virtualization up there, archive, file services, backup and recovery, SQL solution, Oracle solutions, and Exchange up through here. Okay, so if you're kind of following me down. On the left-hand side, that's the percentage of the clients that are using those technologies that were surveyed, that filled out that survey. On the right-hand side, it's how they believe that implementation is going using NetApp technology. So obviously, high numbers win. So we have a lot in the high 70s, so we're getting some pretty good marks depending on the solution. Call out one that actually I think that you guys helped us pioneer, FlexPod down here, right? We have an 82% satisfaction in this. We had very few customers in this particular survey. They're actually using the technology, one of our highest SAT ratings. You say, okay, well, how hard is it to make 2 customers happy? We have over 500 FlexPod deployments globally. So again, the survey's pointing to it, but what I hope to leave you with is, guys, there's a ton of opportunity. We just need to harness this. We need to get focused on some of these key things where we have high SAT, right, but maybe low penetration. Pretty key information to take a look at. So, and again, I'm happy to share this information after as well too, or our team will work with you. Go ahead, Steve. I want to give you a look. So we talked a little bit about industries across, and I had the logo slide up there earlier. I want to talk about what's going on in the West, right? So try to make this a little bit more near and dear to the folks in the Bay Area or certainly in California. These are the key wins in the areas that we view as some of our top enterprise client spaces. So this is where we're operating. I share this with you to say we're solving problems with these customers, and in our opinion, in our experience, they are the best salespeople we have, our customers. We plug our customers that have solved problems that these names on the board have solved with other customers that are considering that, and I know that you guys are doing this as well too, but the reason I wanted to throw this up there to have you guys stare at it and get familiar with some of the names where we've had win is these are the folks that can help sell to your clients that are considering a NetApp solution sold through Bear. Am I considering a FlexPod solution in the healthcare space or in the public utilities, right? These are the folks we can draw from, so pretty key. Let's see. So getting towards the end of our deck and just kind of celebrating the success with you a little bit, but you can see some of the numbers up here. One of the numbers I wanted to highlight for you is that middle bullet point up there. 6,566 new mid-size enterprise customers in the past 24 months. New acquisitions. So big focal point for us, I'll tell you, and we're really excited about it, and we have not done a real good job of celebrating it, highlighting it, and just promoting it, is the amount of new logo wins that we're getting together. So again, we all talk about it, but it's the future of our business. We're passionate about it, and we're going to bring it in a whole new way, at a whole new volume level to you guys, with you guys, and that's really where we could use your help. I mean, this slide is about 2 things. Guys, again, this isn't us, this is us. You helped us do this. You're a huge piece of this, and we thank you for that. We want to go do more of this. Because I would tell you, although 6,500 seems like a huge amount of accounts, it was staggering to me when I first saw that data, there's multiples of that behind it that we haven't even touched yet. That's where the opportunity is at. So last bullet point is pretty pivotal as well too. 24% growth in mid-size enterprise over the last 24 months. So that market's actually one of our more quickly growing segments. And again, we're looking at that. So a lot of new wins, pretty extensive growth. Quick summary of our team based out here in the West, and I'll highlight 3 across the top. So Cindy Thompson, Monica Desai, and I know you all know Steve Malstead, all up here in the Bay Area. So those 3 cover the Bay Area for our team. In the South, Nate Smith, Dina Sykes covers Southern California. Pat Foley, Arizona, Ray Wagner up in Colorado, and Heather Zimmer in the Pacific Northwest, which I'm not sure how much, or if we have some folks in the room that are covering those geos, but mostly California focused on the left side and kind of the outlying western geos on the right. That's it, guys. I want to keep it short and sweet. So I hope I gave you a little bit of taste for where NetApp's been, how you've played a key role in that for us, and I mean that sincerely. Although I'm a new member of the team, there's a reason I'm here. I had a lot of opportunities to work pretty much wherever I wanted to and this is what I chose, and it took a long time for me to choose it. I'm passionate about it. I want to bring that same to your business. I want to celebrate what we've accomplished over the years and drive that to a new level. I think we're doing some exciting programmatic work internally at NetApp that we're not prepared to pull the curtains up on just yet, but I think it's going to accelerate our growth even further and faster with greater and closer teamwork and collaboration with you guys. FlexPod just celebrated, for those of you who are unfamiliar, just celebrated its year anniversary, right? It's our reference architecture, and it very much is our future. So as I talked about, we went from 0 to 500 accounts in just about 12 months, and I would tell you that there's still a tremendous amount of awareness that needs to be created for the average user and the average consumer of IT enterprise spend. They're still not familiar with FlexPod, and we have a lot to do there. But as you can see, the market's expanding tremendously. You have some resident experts here within Bear that are doing a remarkable job and have done a remarkable job from the beginning and pioneering that. So tap into some of your own folks, and we're happy to lend some more resources and demand gen around that, whatever we can do to help you improve that business. But that very much is going to be the future of our business. The reason we're 30/70 right now is, like a lot of organizations, we have different degrees of adoption, right? So depending, as I kind of stare across my Western business, I have hot spots where I have guys that came from Cisco as an example, and they get it. I mean, they know it. They grab Bear, and they go to town and sell wonderfully. And I have super high penetration there. I have other folks that grew up in an enterprise world where it's all direct sales, and I have a different look and feel in that business. So that's what I inherited as I came into the job, but one of the things that made me take the job was the commitment. So what I just shared with you was, again, that's not my opinion or even 1 or 2 levels up. That's all the way up to Tom Georgens, our CEO. He just said, look, guys, it's real simple. It goes something like this. Customers are happy when they buy through partners. We have better economics when we buy through partners. Our margin is better. Our DSO is better. When we start getting into the analytics of the deal, it's a better transaction for NetApp when it goes through a partner. And now lastly, we've embarked on this FlexPod journey, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent. We stood on the stage and said, FlexPod's here, man. You got to get you some of that, right? So we can't glue it together. We just can't do that integration work. You have to do it for us. Somebody has to do it for us. So when you kind of put those factors, being a little tongue-in-cheek, but when you put those factors together, there's no other direction. And that's what I would challenge you guys to think about as well, too, because I think that you're at a little pivotal point in your place in the market as well, too. You're looking, you have choices. We're not your only choice in storage, but you have to place some bets on where you're going to be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the way. Make those choices now, because getting some of your customers hooked on one solution, getting them hooked on another, at some point, I think 3 years out, you may have to make a little harder decision.